Nordisk rising 2% to lock in a third straight day in the green. Shares adding to gains after the company's Wegovy pill hit the market yesterday. It's also the first time that any GLP-1 drug has launched direct to consumer on day one, with Ro among Novo's chosen telehealth partners. For more on the launch, Ro CEO Zach Reitano joins us here on set. Zach, welcome. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So what have you seen on your own platform in terms of uptake and interest?
There's a tremendous amount of demand, and I think, as you said, there's so many reasons to be excited about this. I think we're ushering in a new era of digital healthcare, right? So for the first time ever, a new oral GLP-1, it's the first and only, right? It's $149 for the first dose. We were talking about 18 months ago, $1,300, so it's come down 80 to 90%. From an efficacy perspective, for those on treatment, it matched the injectable, so patients aren't trading off anymore. And someone can now go from diagnosis to delivery in 48 hours or less. They see an ad, they go to ro.co, it's at their home, and they can start for $149. So it's quite a special moment.
I know it's early days, but what are you seeing in terms of people switching from the injectables versus the total addressable market actually growing?
There's been talk of, like, is this going to be cannibalistic? Is it going to expand the market? I think it's majority going to massively expand the market. You're going to see both the individuals that we think are best suited for the pill, and we've already seen this in insights and already in 48 hours. You have a group of people who are needle hesitant or needle phobic, right? You have another group of maintainers, as you just mentioned. These are people who are going to switch from a GLP-1 injectable to the oral, and these are people who maybe they have some injection fatigue, maybe it's cumbersome to travel with. But the larger market of the group that we refer to as GLP-1 curious, and these are people who we think there's tens of millions of people who have been waiting on the sidelines. The majority of the U.S. population tries and fails to lose weight every year. And historically, they've been $400 or $500 in an injectable. Now you have this $149 oral medication that has the same weight loss. It's far less intimidating, and we think that's going to bring a lot of people in. And the other thing that we think this will do, in addition to expanding the market, is dramatically reduce the stigma to taking prescription weight loss. Because you go from, are you on the shot, which a lot of people talk about, and ask, to which GLP-1 are you on? And when you go from a binary question to that spectrum, we think it'll have a massive impact on that stigma.
All right, so as you know, happy Ro body, Wegovy guy here.
You look great.
Thank you.
You get paid, but
wait. No, I don't get paid, but I just want the compliments here. No, but honestly, though, okay, so I've been on the shot for a while. Why would I take the pill? You know what I mean? Like, what is the thing, and what are you guys hearing about this?
A lot of people do, and we've seen this in the data, where they'll be a little reluctant to take the injection, but then they get used to it. But you do see after a year or 2 years, not everyone, but some people do have injection fatigue, or they travel a lot and it's a little cumbersome, or they take other pills and they want to naturally fold this in. And I think that is a perfect fit for the maintainers, for that group that's already on an injectable and prefers a pill.
Do you foresee at some point where most people will not be on the injectables? I mean, it's going to come down to price probably and ease. I mean, you have it's a powerful combination to have in one product.
Yeah, you're exactly right. When patients look at what product they want, they're looking at cost, quality, and convenience. Can I afford it? What's the efficacy and how convenient it is? The amazing thing about Novo's pill here, in addition to launching on Ro, is that a patient isn't trading off, right? They have the same weight loss, that 16, 17%. It's less expensive, and for many, it's a preferred form factor. So I think you're going to see it as a massive entry point for a lot of people. As on a multi-year time horizon, why would someone be on a pill or an injectable? You're going to see both preference, but also at those higher BMIs, you're going to see injectables where you're starting to see 20, 25, 30, even more weight loss. So for the patients that need that, they might start with a pill and see if they can get there and then upgrade to an injectable. So I think you're going to see more personalization over time as more options come to market.
Are you already in talks with Eli Lilly about Orpho and offering that on your platform?
I think you've seen both companies be quite proactive in the innovation around their distribution models, and I think you're seeing them take a very, very patient-centric approach here.